Right. Hopefully that's working. I don't know. Like I said, I've never ran anything off Instagram yet, so I wanted to kind of see if I could include them in tonight's little video. I can't obviously include an Instagram in all of them just because I think with the way this is set up, I think normally you only get about like an hour or something like that to stream, and then it kind of kills the feed on Instagram. But I don't think this should take us an hour, so that's why I went ahead and I wanted to include Instagram and all this in this little bit of a ripping here. We got ourselves a couple boxes of the Allure 2526 Allure just came out today, so we're gonna check some of it out. Obviously, we have our case up and going and everything, getting that filled. I think we're down to like 8 teams or something like that. And then we got a couple up for Raz as well. So we are getting it closer to getting filled. 1 second, I just forgot the comments there. All right. So, anyways, but yeah, so we have our case up for the Allure right now, so that's getting filled. That should hopefully be on hand. I'm guessing probably like Friday or Saturday, hopefully. And once that gets on hand, we'll obviously hopefully look to be breaking that. But I figured at least tonight, let's I'm sure most of you guys have either been in breaks yourself or you guys been watching this stuff, so you guys are probably a little more familiar with it than I am at this point. But figure why not get a couple boxes? We'll go ahead and open it up. Helps me out a little bit because then I know what I'm getting into at that point. So, why not, right? I will say I'm looking forward to our master case of Allure just because again I have you can kind of see some of the new setup kind of here now, but this is just more or less just for like I think personal stuff. Obviously, I have a little bit of a different setup once we actually get into the case breaks and things like that. Um, like I said, this is going to be something I'm going to be working on and just trying to get more familiar with. Just the more I get to use it and everything. So you'll probably slowly but surely start seeing some like improvements and stuff over time as we get into it. But overall, though, I think the reactions have been pretty positive to again the new setup and things like that. So we'll just kind of keep working on it and see what we can do. And again, like I said, trying to include Instagram and stuff now for streams. And again, we'll have a whole new layout once we actually get to the case break. So yeah, I'm just slowly trying to move things at least at least nudging it forward. But like I said, tonight this is what it's about. We're going to check out our couple boxes of Allure. So why not? Like I said, I always like doing videos like this because they're not really, they're not really break related. So um, really nothing's on the line. More or less, just I just I say that, but my money's on the line, but that's not it's not as big of a deal. Again, when you guys are breaking, I always want to make sure I'm doing well for you guys. When I'm breaking, it's like for myself, results may vary, but that's okay. We still try to have fun doing it, right? So we're gonna check out a couple boxes of the new Allure product. Again, this just came out today, 2526. Hopefully we can see some Matthew Schaefer in here or some Demidov, maybe some Misa. Again, I'm sure I'm going to probably saying names wrong and stuff. So again, I always apologize and just like I said, it's okay. Trust me, it's not intentional. Just to be clear about that. So we'll go ahead and see what we got here. Save that one for last. We'll go ahead and start with this one. Again, this is just a personal rip. Again, just to check it out. It came out today. We do have, like I said, a case coming. It was shipped and everything today. Everything got ordered. So that will be arriving so hopefully around Friday or Saturday at the very latest. Again, I guess you never really can tell though with the post office nowadays, but again, that's the hope. Fingers crossed. Again, hopefully someone loves us upstairs, right? Because as Dar always posts, hey, uh, don't worry about the tracking, right? It's in God's hands now. So And that's a very true statement. And there we go. We got ourselves some packs to rip. See what we get. Again, on the sticker here, we got 11, the old 11 ski, and then on the box we got 52. So 11 and 52. Do those sound like winning numbers to you? I do not know, but we will find out. So let's see what we got here. Again, just a personal, hopefully best of luck to me. But let's just see what we're going to be getting ourselves into here. Again, this is just going to help me out more or less when it comes time to actually break the case open, so I'll actually have an idea of what I'm going to be looking at. Got the base here. I mean, base looks pretty good. We got our first color flow for the Red Wings. It's a booger on there. You say, wait a minute, is that on the card? It's not on the card. It's the booger. Got Mr. Lucas Raymond for the Red Wings. Oh, there we go. And then we got a Connor McDavid color flow right behind him. So we just got a couple more base cards there. The old green blue Connor McDavid. Is there anybody out there? I mean, I see your comment there, Micah, but again, I don't know if anyone else is excuse me, commenting or not. Normally Snowy's good for one, but he's been a little bit quiet, so I don't know. Maybe he's not really around. But we just pulled his hero, McDavid. I know he's a huge he's a huge McDavid guy. Yeah, whatever. It's just 2 boxes. We'll sleeve it up. I'm sure again some of this stuff will probably end up in other people's mail days and stuff like that. So oh, goodness gracious. All right. I don't know. I'm probably gonna unless it's like a purple diamond or something auto, I'm probably not gonna know when it comes up. So most likely there's gonna be no trying to savor the flavor on the auto for this one. This is what a red rainbow would be my guess. Kyle Connor. Red rainbow. We got a couple hitting their grooves here. We got a rookie for the Capitals, Ryan Leonard, and then we got Mr. Adam Fantilli for the my Jackets. Hitting the groove, orange. Hitting the groove, orange, and that's the blue. Interesting. Yeah, that's what's always nice about opening this stuff up now, just because again, you kind of start you start learning about it, right? You kind of know what you're looking at now. Guys, there's only 2 boxes, so I'll probably be sleeving stuff up that obviously when we get to the case, I probably won't necessarily be sleeving up. There's stuff in here that I won't necessarily be sleeving up when we actually break our case, just because for time's sake and stuff. You talking about that guy there, Brock? Talking about that Gautier there? But again, just helps me out because I get to kind of get an idea of what I'm looking at here. And again, I just like doing these live videos, just like getting to rip cards, right? Hitting their groove, Ryan Leonard of the Capitals. My guess is there probably some numbered variants in there, I'm guessing, for this stuff. Maybe. Usually that's the case, but who knows? Allure was never really like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like I don't mind Allure. I haven't really necessarily liked the changes they made in the Allure recently, but I mean, Allure's kind of just it's a fun product, but it's not necessarily one that I open a lot of. So I really couldn't really tell you the ins and outs of the of the product itself. We got a black rainbow Gensel. We got a Hughes next. Leon Bixel of the Stars. And then we got a Hughes next for the Rangers, Gabe Perreault. It's another orange one there. Just got the base. I want to make sure I'm probably missing the. Oh, there's the rookie. There's the rookie. All right. Again, like I said, just 2 boxes, so I'll just leave this stuff up tonight. Not a huge deal. Hughes next. Gabe Perreault. Alrighty. Let's see what we got next pack up. What do we have next? Looks like some more color flows. Carson DeWart. We got a rookie red rainbow. Ozzy Weisblatt of the Predators. Red rainbow rookie. Color flow Boldy up next for the Wild. And then a color flow Barkov for the Panthers right after that. I mean, so far the QC looks. I mean, again, this is just one box, so I mean, take it with a grain of salt, I suppose. But QC looks all right so far. I haven't really noticed any kind of bad, like corners or edges and stuff on this. So it's always a step in the right direction. It's always bad when you have, product that has known quality issues, because then people tend to avoid it, and for good reason. No point spending money when you're just going to buy a box of damaged cards, right? I don't blame you one bit. So, again, I know not everything's going to obviously gem mint and grade a 10, but let's see a little bit of effort there, right? You know what I'm saying? This stuff ain't cheap anymore. So, Mr. Weisblatt. Now I'm just dropping stuff, causing havoc. We're halfway. We got 4 more packs of our first box, and we still got 1 more to go after it. So we'll see what we get. Hopefully, he'll show us a little something, Mr. Snuggerud. See, I said it right this time, Snuggerud. And we got our black rainbow for the Islanders here, Tristan Lennox. Uh-oh, I see that. Oh, there we go. Matthew Schaefer. I think it's just a base, but pretty good. You got Mr. Matthews. I feel like that was in like the hits thing. I don't know if is that like a short print thing or something, or I don't. Why was that mixed in with the pile there? But it is encouraging. I'm really hoping we see more of Schaefer. Like I said, we've oh, see, there we go. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I thought. There had been something with it. See, so we already made our money back on the box. That's all we needed. Bang, money. We got our money back already. So that's a nice one there, Mr. Schaefer. Short print rookie. I will take that all day long. Again, like I said, he's the big boy. I was very surprised. I was very surprised to again see what his stuff is going for. Which I'm not. I mean, I'm not surprised because I know he's like living up to the hype and everything. But just what things are going for him. It's just like wow. Like that escalated quickly. Just in the Linux, we got the black rainbow. Let's see what else we got. Let's just see a Schaefer auto now. That'll pay for the case. Parker Ford rookie base. Black rainbow Matthew Wood for the Preds. Another hitting their groove. Wyatt Johnston of the Dallas Stars. Yeah, maybe a gold glitter bomb. For the Ottawa Senators, Thomas Shabbat. There's the base behind it. This should be numbered, and it is 67 out of 199 gold glitter bomb. Yeah, I mean, it's it's always good to see, when these kids come out and really, play well. Of course, I think to some degree he has a bit more motivation just in terms of obviously with his mom passing away and things like that before he got drafted. So I think there's an extra bit of motivation there to really come out and and play well. But yeah, it is very it's always cool to like I said see the kids come out and really just become so acclimated so quickly to the league, right? So Shabbat. Goodness. I did see though, it looks like they bumped up the release date for O-Pee-Chee, which it's the O-Pee-Chee paper, not platinum. But I know we're all pretty hyped up, I think, for the SPA case that I announced because that is something we are going to be. I am going to be breaking at least one more case of 24-25 SP authentic. I am. Damn it, we will break another case. We're gonna do it, folks. Mark my words, we will. And I'm getting that all set up pretty much now. And hopefully, once we get Allure done, we'll be able to jump into SPA after that. But we'll kind of see. We'll play it by ear with like the O-Pee-Chee. I don't necessarily mind open O-Pee-Chee just because it is a very cheap rip overall. So I think we can at least probably maybe squeeze in a case. But again, it just depends on what you guys want to do and what we all feel like we're capable of. But I don't want to make people think we're not going to be breaking any, like I said, the SP authentic that we talked about. Um, Just because, like I said, that one, I think everyone's kind of hyped up on that for sure. Tyler Bertuzzi, Red Rainbow. We got Flashy, Robert Thomas. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Peach. That's what I'm saying. I think it just depends, again, more or less on what we feel. Well, that's a nice one there. Numbered Celebrini as well. um, that's just always my thing is, again, I wanna break, I want to break anything new that comes out again, but again, I always try to keep in mind that I don't want to, overwhelm folks. You know what I mean? I don't want to just keep breaking stuff. Just because again, SPA, I'm like I said, it is going to be a bit more than obviously I think because I was looking at some of like the last couple cases of that we broke, and it is going to be more than that. But I will also say though, it's not going to be as much as it could have been, because where it's at right now, again, like that, and that's why I'm getting the case because I'm getting such a good price on it. So it's one of those ones where it's like I kind of have to buy it at that price. It's like I can't afford not to. So numbered Macklin Celebrini. There you go, 58 out of 99. That's a nice one there. Yellow green spectrum. Macklin Celebrini for the Sharks. 58 out of 99. Yellow green spectrum. It's a nice hit there. This is a sophomore year, but still a very solid hit nonetheless. All right, and hopefully our last pack will have our doubloons or our auto in it. I'm not seeing a thick one, so I'm imagining we're going to see an auto. So we'll see what we get. Hopefully that's the case. Cagnoni. Luca Cagnoni. We got a black rainbow Panarin. And we got a color flow going to, we got another Barkov. I think we hit a Barkov earlier. Yep, we did. So that's part of the color flow there. So we already started the Barkov rainbow, if you will, for the color flow. Got that going for us already. Let's see, we got. So hopefully this is the auto behind it, and it does look like the auto. It does look like the what do they call it, full rainbow auto or whatever. So let's see who we get. For the Chicago Blackhawks, we got Lucas Reichels. So that's a bit of a wah, but we still have one more box, so we still got another chance. You never know. Of course, I have a feeling the other box will probably be a doubloon. Full rainbow auto. Lucas Reichel. I don't know why I'm setting that off to the side. All right, we'll go ahead and get this bad boy sleeved up. Part of the color flow. So I think we're missing, I think, orange and yellow there. There's like 5 cards in the set or whatever it is, but so we kind of got that started. So we got that going for us. Second, as I move that out of the way. All right, let's see what we got here. We got our second box. 30 on the sticker. 30 on the sticker, and then we got I don't know. We got an Upper Deck logo covering everything up. So let's see what we got. It's our second box, last box. Okay, this is just merely a preview. That's all this is. This isn't actually like a break or nothing. This is just more or less just a chance to check it out and see what we can get out of here. It's getting familiar with the product a little bit, introducing ourselves to one another. 30 on the sticker and 61 on the box. So let's see what we get. Raymond. We got Cam Lund. We got a Will Smith Black Rainbow. We got Snuggerud Color Flow. And another Matthew Schaefer. All right. Very nice. So we got a Color Flow, 2 rookie Color Flows there, Schaefer and a Snuggerud. That's not a bad little pack there. Again, anything Schaefer right now. I mean, I can't complain. Yeah, I have a feeling that was I was gonna say like that was one of my predictions for this break. This little opening tonight was gonna be. I was gonna say if I hit an auto, I was gonna say Dvorsky because I mean I kind of always hit a lot of his stuff. I feel. Snuggerud, yellow green. Yes, I do kind of like the little bit of the color match with the orange there and stuff. It's kind of a nice pops with the blue on the jersey and everything. So another Matthew Schaefer. So we got 2 Schaefers so far, 2 Schaefers down. See if we can keep it going. But I will say what's nice with the Allure is you do get 18 boxes in a master case, so you are getting obviously the extra, couple boxes than you normally because most cases are like anywhere between like 10 to 16. So you're getting at least a couple extra boxes in there. Another Cam Lund. Back-to-back Lunds. We got a red rainbow Jory Decord. Color Flow Austin Matthews. And then we got so is this like the Hughes next or something? Oh, flashy forwards. I'm guessing this might be numbered. Mr. David Pasternak of the Bruins. No, just a blue. Sharp looking card. That's not numbered. But definitely a nice looking card, though. I am, again, pleasantly surprised, as I said before, about the quality so far. Like I said, I haven't really noticed any bad edges or corners and things like that. Again, this is just a couple boxes. This is a pretty small sample size, but it is encouraging, Yeah, I'm really hoping we have a nice loaded case when we get to our case again. The case, we'll be breaking our case most likely again. We won't probably be streaming the case on Instagram just because I think obviously it's going to be too long of a run time, and I don't think it'll last on Instagram. But we will be running on our X account and on YouTube. Obviously, we have all our stuff floating down there in the little thing that's scrolling across the screen. If anyone's not familiar how to get a hold of us or find us or whatever. But yeah, so probably the weekend, it could be Friday, but it could be Saturday, one of the two. It just depends on when the case does want to arrive. But we will go live. We'll break it hopefully this weekend and see what we get. It is going to be coming from Triple Play, so excited to have that go down. Like I was telling us, talking to Ron today about that, telling him that we'll be back at doing the regular business thing now with the holidays kind of being through, and then we're done with that. So now we're kind of getting back in the swing of things. So I told him, we'll be definitely reaching out more for cases and things, especially when the newer stuff comes out. Because like I said, 99% of the time, if it's something new that comes out, most likely it's going to be coming from Triple Play. Another Celebrini here. Hughes next. Celebrini. And we got a Bedard flashy forwards here. Got an orangey orange. So again, hopefully it's working all right over on excuse me, Instagram. Like I said, I know Instagram is a little bit more of a, as I was told, and it kind of seems obvious there when but it is I guess a pain in the ass, I suppose, compared to these other platforms and stuff. It's a little more seamless with them. This, you have to kind of do a whole bunch of different steps to get the feed to go. And then, like I said, you're kind of on like an hour-long timer from what I understand. So, but I will try to obviously, include Instagram more with our streams and stuff, especially when we're just doing like our hunt videos. I've enjoyed doing the hunt videos for you guys, and like I said, anytime we do something like this, these like preview rips and stuff, and that's not going to take a long time. Again, I'll try to start including like Instagram in the streams and stuff just to make sure we're, excuse me, hitting all of our platforms. Hopefully everyone can kind of check us out, and especially because now, like I said, we've been able to make a few updates to the stream. So Adar Suniv. Again, I don't, like I said, I'm not gonna get all these names. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and I'm sure Nikki's gonna have a whole 2 liter of Diet Pepsi or whatever, and she's just gonna be just all night long. I know. We got a Red Rainbow Michael Callahan. Another good rookie hit here, Artyom Levshinov for the Hawks. And we got another Matt Boldy. So we hit a Matt Boldy in the first box. So this is another part of his color flow. Excuse me. And like I said before, too, I won't be like I said, once we get to the case and again we're opening 18 boxes of this stuff, I won't be sleeving, certain cards that I'm sleeving now, just because again it's just 2 boxes. Why not? But again, once we get to the case, for time's sake and all that good junk, we won't be sleeving all this stuff up. There's things that I will sleeve immediately, and then there's stuff I'll wait till afterwards. And again, to those that aren't familiar, I definitely need more penny sleeves. I definitely tried to make sure everything when it's sent is taken care of and not, hopefully gonna arrive to you guys all in one piece. And oh, weird. Alrighty, Mr. Levshinov. Take down Mr. Lennox. We got 4 packs left. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully we get, like I said, I'd love to see one more auto. I'd love to see it be like a, purple diamond auto or something, but again, we'll take what we get and we'll like it. Okay, we'll take what we get and we'll like it. Oh, yep. Yeah, like I said, I was happy with that. I thought the Series 1 was actually a really good case overall. Thought we hit some really good stuff out of there. Jack Finley, Black Rainbow. And there he is. First sighting, Michael Misa. Misa. Red Rainbow for the Sharks. And we got Color Flow, Lucas Dostal. The Ducks. Them crazy Ducks, I tell you. Mr. Misa. Yeah, I mean, personally, like, I mean, I'm not like super huge on like printing plates like myself, but again, I was able to hit that Johnny Hockey printing plate, obviously, and it's nice because he's in his Columbus gear and everything. But again, I'm not maybe super huge on him, but again, just the fact it's Johnny G, yeah. That's probably not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. That's probably going to be sitting in the PC, and you know, and again, like I thought like and I can see what you're saying too, because obviously with the printing plates for those Young Gun retros, the design I think have a little bit more of a, I guess, a more of a pop, if you will. But yeah, but I mean, some people dig the printing plates, other people don't. It's all subjective, I suppose. Let's take down Mr. Levshinov. But again, I'm just always glad when I can hit stuff like that for you guys. It always makes me happy, and I've always, yeah, yep. And that's what I was gonna say. That's what I always say. Like, might not necessarily be like a monster hit, maybe per se, but if somebody, really, if it's someone they collect, if it's a team, and they're happy, then for me, that's like, it's just as good. It's just as good as a monster hit, basically. And we got your boy here, Snowy, Quinn Hudson. We got, I think this is a orange slice. Yeah, orange slice. So we got the team color match there. Carson DeWart for the Flyers, orange slice. Ooh, we got a green one there. We got Jack Hughes, flashy forwards. I mean, I think was this a green quartz, 22 out of 99. Jacob Markstrom. Green quartz, 22 out of 99. Flashy forwards. I think that's just a base one. Oops. Got more top loaders real fast. Let's see what we got. What do we got? Again, looking forward to the weekend. Like I said, when we get there, we get a chance to open our case. Really hoping for a good case. Like I said, hopefully we see some really big stuff in there. We still got, like I said, several teams left in the case to get sold. And some of the bigger boys too. So some of the bigger hits are still on the table. But we'll get them figured out. All right. We got 2 packs left. All right. So we got sorry, the Spectrum. We got a Spectrum in here, it looks like. And I kind of like the way these boxes are set up. If they do this like with every box, to where it's like you get like the first couple packs are like your basic inserts and things like that, and then kind of towards the back, you start getting your numbered packs, and hopefully the very last one's going to be your doubloon or your auto. That'd be kind of cool if they definitely set it up like that for most boxes. That make it a lot easier on me. I can tell you that much. We got Mr. Booyum. Booyum. We got Jakob Skerrick. Jakob Skerrick. Black Rainbow. Then we got another Snuggerud. Snuggerud. So we're getting his rainbow going. Okay, well, I thought it was a color flow spectrum. It's not. What do we got here? All right. Mr. Connor Bedard. That should be numbered, and it is 55 out of 299 orange spectrum. Connor Bedard. Nice looking card. Again, definitely, like I said, the cards look, pretty good. I haven't really noticed anything too upsetting or out of the ordinary there. Everything seems to be, again, pretty well. Quality seems to be pretty good, and designs overall are pretty nice. I mean, it's an Allure product for the most part. You kind of know what you're getting with Allure. Very cool. I like that. Nice looking card. Take down the auto. He's not that big of a boy. Mr. Snuggerud. Snuggerud. Red orange. Red orange. And we got Skerrick here. Skerrick Skark. One of those two. Black Rainbow. Alrighty, folks, and it is that time now. We're on the final pack of the night, and hopefully we had ourselves a little enjoyment here watching a little bit of a rip. Well, I don't see anything thick, so maybe we got ourselves an auto in here. I think the doubloons are normally a little bit thicker, so I would say it looks to be that way. So let's see what we're going to get. Final pack here. Best of luck. Let's see what we can get. Hopefully, maybe we can get the old last pack magic. Got Riley Duran. Let's see. We got Vince Dunn, Black Rainbow up next, and then we got. Let's see. We got Color Flow, I do believe. Yep. For the Vancouver Canucks, Elias Pettersson. Let me kind of just cover that up real fast. Get those guys out the way. All right, let's see what we're going to end off with. Best of luck. I guess unless it should hopefully be an auto. Maybe like a red rainbow or something. Going for the Carolina Hurricanes, Dominic Fensor. Dominic Fensor, red rainbow auto. So, fortunately, no Schaefer autos to be found. But we were able to at least hit a couple Schaefers, so not a total loss on that ground. But fortunately, like I said, auto wise, nothing super crazy on the autos in the boxes. But again, overall, again, the purpose of this was not to obviously if we were lucky enough to hit something big, that's wonderful, that's great, But again, the point of it was just to just more or less just open it up and just check out the product and see what it looked like and everything. So again, like, it's not too bad. At least we got a couple Schaefers out of it. So again, hopefully that will continue with our case. I want to see some Schaefers pop up because again, we always hit a lot of New York Islanders in a lot of our breaks anyways. So it's like now that they have somebody that's worthwhile to hit, it's like you might as well just keep sending them our way now. Why change up a thing now, right? But that's upper deck for you. So, but there you go. So thank you guys very much. That was our little preview here of Allure. We will be, like I said, we hopefully be looking to break this weekend with everything, and we'll see how that goes. Got a few more teams left, so we'll keep working on that. But once it's all sold out, and then once it's on hand, we'll be able to go live. I'll try to make sure to post up some, some like announcements and stuff for that. So again, if you're maybe not in the room or something, but you want to watch it, that way you'll be notified, and we'll definitely try to make sure people have an idea when this will all be going down. But again, most likely the weekend, Friday or Saturday, we will be breaking. Again, it should be on our YouTube and X page, Twitter. So, and then, like I said, after that, we should be looking to be getting into hopefully a one more case, our final case of SP Authentic. One more round, and then again after that, we'll have to kind of see. But could be O-Pee-Chee paper, or could be something else. But I always appreciate it, though, each and every time we hang out. And like I said, you guys come and check this stuff out, watch me rip some cards, hang out, and just like I said, just make it fun. You guys are always a big part of it. So always appreciate it there, everybody. Rock and roll. I got to get the use of the camera here, but, But all right, guys, thank you so much. You guys have yourself a good night. Looking forward to when we break our case, and always looking forward to the next time we can go live and do some breaking and ripping for everybody. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, everybody.